All right. Wait on my viewers to get here. The current time is 6:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm going to wait on my viewers to get online real quick, as I'm sure there's going to be quite a few that are going to come on and view the latest information I have. For those of you that are wanting to follow out Chattanooga Weather Desk, you can go to Facebook and go to Chattanooga Weather on Facebook and search it up. And once you look and see the link, click on it, and you will see Chattanooga Weather Desk live. Just click on the link there and send an invite, and I will be glad to accept you. One thing I must tell you about Chattanooga Weather Desk is that I am a weather enthusiast slash forecaster. I'm not what you say would per se a real meteorologist. However, I'm studying the advance of that goal, and I'm got a pretty good feeling it's going to come close in the next near term. But right now, I'm just working on trying to help keep a lot of people's lives out of danger when it comes to severe weather, and also when it comes to winter weather, and sharing the information that I get from the National Weather Service office locally from Morristown and several other weather offices that may actually, whatever alerts that may come across, I try to pass those along. Anyway, I'm just going to give some extra time for all my viewers to sign on in. And as soon as everybody signs on in, we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, while I'm waiting on my viewers, I want to show you some of the interesting equipment that I have here at Chattanooga Weather Desk that I monitor the latest weather conditions for. This is my Accurite weather radio. I'm not sure if you can see this or not in the clear, but it's black in color, and it's an Accurite weather radio. And what it has here is it has the SAME encoding device that you can actually put a lot of numbers in. Whatever you look up your number, and you look up your number to your county code, and when you find that county code, all you have to do is just all you have to do is just type in that number that is on the weather radio itself. And once you do that, you shouldn't have any problem trying to find your local weather information from the National Weather Service. But this is what I monitor from the National Weather Service office in Morristown, Tennessee. That's my local office that I monitor weather reports from. And also, I try to watch for any approaching systems that will affect our area. And while watching these systems, I always look at and see what maybe the National Weather Service has common. And one thing I want you to understand is that I don't take weather reports and I do not copy anything. What I do is I look at the latest weather models. If it's in the forecast or close to it, I'll post it. And if not, I won't do anything with it because it doesn't really say or show anything. And some of the models I, really look at that, you add a little common sense to is the weathertap.com models. I look at those models, and that usually keeps me updated of what is to be expected for the latest weather information. But let me go ahead and run through the weather radio technology here. Again, I'm waiting on a few viewers to sign on in. Okay, this is the weather radio I have here. As you can hear, there's a winter weather advisory. That is the
6 a.m. Central Standard Time to 7 p.m. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time Wednesday. No shore watch in effect from Wednesday evening.
Anyway, that is my little weather radio that I monitor. Usually when I'm out tracking severe weather or trying to track severe weather, I will usually take that weather radio with me to give me the latest hazardous weather information out there. There's another few things I want to say before I really get started into the forecast side of things. I would like to go ahead and talk about a few pages that you may want to check out. I have a good friend of mine named Paul Baker Sr. He is his page is the Blue Wolf Storm Team. If I'm saying that wrong, Paul, please correct me. But it's the Blue Wolf Storm Team, and it's from It's from California and the Pacific Northwest over there. What he'll do is he'll monitor all the latest information nationwide, and he'll post what is to be expected. Storm season is coming up. A few pages you may want to check out as well. There's my cousin Raven Betty Southard's. I actually call her Raven, but her name is Betty. She doesn't like to be called Betty for quite a few reasons. I'm not going to say why, but she goes by the name of Raven, and her Facebook is Skywarn of East Tennessee, or East Tennessee Skywarn. It's actually Skywarn of East Tennessee is what the Facebook is called. So please check that out. Some good friends of mine, Slater Teague is on there, and a few other guys are on there as well, and they monitor all the latest weather information as well, and they bring all that up to speed when there is a threat of either winter weather or severe weather coming across. Skywarn of East Tennessee usually will have that in hand, just like I will. Twistcast, Storm Team, NASWIN are also some pages you may want to check into and monitor. Those are some good pages to look into when it comes to a winter weather situation. I could go on and on down the line. As far as some of you people may know me from Applebee's. I work there as a host. I'm also there as a GU personnel. I basically do the morning cleaning at my restaurant, and it's a wonderful job. I love the morning job, and there's a lot of great things that happen, and I love it, especially when they have all the rollouts and so forth. It's pretty cool. So anyway, just a little bit of information about me, and just a little information about some of my weather tools I monitor. This here is my, again, this is from Accurite. You've probably been guessing that. It's actually from LaCrosse Technology. It's LaCrosse Wireless Technology. It's a LaCrosse wireless weather clock. And what it has here is the current temperature, and you can see where the current time is. It says it's 6:45 right on the dot. And then on down here, you got the current information, the current weather, and then you have the temperature, which is 28 degrees, and the pressure is falling, and the pressure is steady, but is forecast to be on the fall. So just a tidbit of information that I would like to share with you on some equipment that I usually use, and plus I want to go ahead and get into some more details here in just a few minutes as soon as I get some viewers to log in. Now, I did want to apologize. I said I was going to be on at 6 p.m. Eastern. I said I was going to be at 6 p.m., but I didn't say when exactly, or was it going to be on the Eastern time or Central time? It's actually going to be on the Central time. So it's going to be 6 p.m. Central time is when I'll be on, and that's going to be here in the next few minutes, as I'm currently on live right now, but I won't show anything until around 7 o'clock or so. I'll give you the latest updates as far as winter weather tracks, radars, and so forth. So very excited to share what I know with you all. This is not going to take very long. I hope you really enjoy. And if you have some questions you would like to ask me, please feel free to. I'm going to give you a couple of local weather sites you can monitor and give you some life-saving information that may be life-saving to you and I as far as winter weather is concerned and so forth. So while I do that, I'm going to go ahead and take me a little bit of a minimize here and see if I have any comments on Facebook. Okay, looks like I have a few friend requests. Daniel Higdon Sims sending me a request on the Chattanooga weather page. And okay, Amber Olinger has just shared my website. Okay, I'm going to just send a post on here and talk about that I'm on live at this time. Okay. Anyway, just sent a report out, just actually a little bit of a message there to Amber Olinger. So hopefully I'll get some guys in here to view the latest updated information that I have going on. But like I said, I did pass along information that I'll be beginning at 7 Eastern Standard Time. That'll be 6 o'clock Central. So those of you that are coming in and joining the Chattanooga Weather Desk, please do feel free to. It's free. The weather information is free. And if there's any information that you want to ask, just feel free and do so. So anyway, I want to introduce myself once again. I am Steve. I'm from the Chattanooga Weather Desk, as everybody knows me. This is me in person. I'm not going to say where I'm located, or of course, if you know it's Chattanooga Weather Desk, it gives you a complete hint, right? It gives you a good idea. I'm also a Skywarn spotter for the National Weather Service in Morristown, Tennessee. Me and my wife both had recently updated our status with the National Weather Service office, and we're glad. We were actually really glad that we've done so. And having order in doing that, the spotter network is updated, and plus, you know, whatever else that the National Weather Service needs. The Chattanooga Weather Desk and the Tennessee Storm Watch, along with Twistcast, did become Weather Ready Nation a long time ago. Actually, it happened about a week ago. I'm very proud of the way it's all going so far. Weather information that is passed along by the National Weather Service, I'll pass along to you. And of course, if I see anything that may affect the Tennessee Valley and the National Weather Service may need to issue advisories or warnings later with what I'm seeing, with what they're seeing. I will get that along to you as well. Let's going to go and get my screen share started very shortly. Like I said, I'm giving viewers time to come in and settle down. As soon as they do, we'll go right into the weather decision and show you what we can expect over the next interesting 84 hours. Okay, let's see. Trying to make sure, see if I've got anything that I need right now. Looks like all is good. See my mouse pad. Okay, there we go. Dropping things like crazy, man. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get my mouse pad out here and turn my little computer around from the light there. Make sure it doesn't get in anyone's way. Okay, let's go ahead and get this thing started. It's 6:53 now. It's going on 7 o'clock, so should be getting some people in here pretty soon. Okay. I'll go put my welcome message down here just in case. It says, welcome. Hi, my name is Steve. I'm also known as the Chattanooga Weather Desk. Okay. Okay, it looks like the link is finally out, so we get started very shortly here in another few minutes. Now, what I'm going to be using as a little bit of a clue is the screen share. So I'm going to be sharing my screen with what I'm looking at to show you all here. And I'm sure if there's any questions, I'm sure that they'll let me know. It's about time for me to switch my batteries here. My weather radio. This thing's been going non-stop, especially when I'm outside tracking storms. It's interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, this is my little weather. This is my little weather radio I'm trying to fix up here. There we go. All right. Okay, looks like I'm going to have 3 batteries for this. All right. Well, just keep sliding out. What about that? Okay, we're going to be getting started, like I said, momentarily. It's now going on 7 o'clock-ish. It's going on 6 o'clock Central. And I'm just now trying to get my weather radio changed. Okay, now let's go ahead and get things going here. Like I said, I should have some people to come in very shortly, and we'll go ahead and get started in another 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I'm actually going to share some pictures with you as well. Okay, we're going to now go and get started. It's 6:58, so I've given plenty of time for people to log in. Some people may be coming in just shortly thereafter, but we'll see what happens there. I want to go ahead and get started on my screen share. Right, there we go. Okay, that's my screen share that I've just now got up. And as I go ahead and get this thing loaded, I am going to take you to some amazing weather data. Okay, so I want to present this to everyone. And here we go. For those of you who have the Chattanooga Weather Desk, my name is Steve. You can call me Steve-O. Most people call me Steve-O over at the Applebee's in Brainerd. So it's easier, it's easier to be called that, I guess. Anyone can call me whatever they would like. So the important thing is that, I'm your friend, I guess, by weather updates and so forth, however else you look at it, or whatever your cause is, to hang out with me as far as the reports and stuff are concerned. But anyway, want to go ahead and talk about this winter weather advisory that's issued by the National Weather Service. We're going to go to NOAA.gov. That's where I usually get all my information from. For those of you that's looking for weather information, you can also go into NOAA.gov and get the same thing. Now, right now, currently, there is a winter weather advisory, and they have put a few more counties. It looks like starting to put some of northwest Georgia in this winter weather advisory now. But here's the latest advisory. There is a winter weather advisory in effect for the Chattanooga area, Crossville area, all the way through Cookeville, Somerset, Kentucky, Corbin, Middlesboro, Morristown, Knoxville, Gatlinburg, Bledsoe, Cleveland, Clintwood, Kentucky, and then you have Pikeville, Kentucky, and Andrews, North Carolina, Spartanburg, South Carolina, and Dalton, Georgia, also getting close to that winter weather advisory. So all this that you see in the dark purple, that is the winter weather advisory by the National Weather Service. and I want to go ahead and read the latest information by the National Weather Service. This winter weather advisory is for Unicoi, Carter, Blunt, Sevier, Monroe, East Polk, Lee, Wise, Scott, Russell, Washington. This does include the cities of Murray, Hayesville, Mountain City, Cosby. Any of these cities sound familiar? Cedar Creek, Irwin, Rome Mountain, Cades Cove, Gallenberg, Coker Creek, Ducktown, Jonesville, Wise, Norton, Gate City, Lebanon, and Abington. At 3:27 this afternoon, there's a winter weather advisory for snow, which is in effect beginning at 7 a.m. on Wednesday to 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Thursday. Wow, it's amazing. A wind chill advisory watch has been issued for these areas, and the event includes snow showers between 1 to 3 inches across Southwest Virginia and 2 to 4 inches of snow along the North Carolina mountains, as well as maybe in some parts of the Tennessee Valley could see up to about 4 inches of snow. So if you're in the advisory areas, please watch out, as roads could become slick. And this actually is for this actually is also for the Tennessee Valley, as I've told you. It looks like additional heavier snowfall is expected. Higher terrain, East Tennessee, North Carolina mountains, where 1 to 4 inches will be possible, especially on the highest terrain. Then Thursday night, bitter cold will spill across the dangerous low with life-threatening conditions, and the mountains across the plateau and northern valley. Now, this is for Roane, Loudon, Knox, Sevier, Raid, Meigs, McMinn, Northwest Monroe, Hamilton, Bradley, West Polk. Now, there's East Polk and there's West Polk, Maryville, Sevierville, Dayton, Lenoir City, Knoxville, Madisonville, Chattanooga, Cleveland, and Benton areas under that winter weather advisory. And this is snowfall amounts up to 1 to 2 inches, and gusty winds also could become likely. And the only hazards about this information, and the only hazardous problem about this is if there's any ice remaining on the power lines, that ice is heavy enough that it could cause power to go out, or at least, any ice that's on the trees, including if those trees are very weak in nature, it can cause those trees to fall across power lines and snap. So definitely going to watch that close over the next 24 hours to 48 hours. Here's a look at the latest enhanced satellite imagery. As you can see, this storm system is getting its act together. This is pretty well easily to pick on. Can you actually guess where the cold front's at? Well, it's anywhere from Dallas, Texas, and all the way on up into northwest Ohio. That baby is moving off to the southeast toward Kentucky and Tennessee. And with all this white that's increasing, that's a lot of moisture that's moving northward. And that, once again, is going to be the cause over this cold air. All that moisture will sit on, all that cold air will sit on top of this moisture, and therefore it will bleed through as either sleet and snow or just plain snow. So not really expecting any freezing rain out of this. That's the good news. But on the other hand, still some accumulating snows are possible, and we could see anywhere from ½ inch to 1 inch, maybe 2 inches here in the Chattanooga area and parts of the Central Valley, while it does occur that the mountain areas up northward could see anywhere between 1 to 4. But I'm really going to keep an eye on these snowfall amount totals as this winter weather system makes its way across the region. Another story that I would like to show you would be the temperatures, and let me go ahead and show you the daytime temperatures here. This is the daytime temperatures to be forecast. There you see pretty much all of Tennessee, all of the Ohio Valley is pretty well between 25 and 30 degrees. But once you get on up into Michigan, Pennsylvania, into Iowa, temperatures pretty well around the single digits to lower 20s. Definitely not a good travel to go north. Knowing traveling down here to Tennessee now, don't fret, because a lot of that cold air that you see over Pennsylvania, Michigan, and places, all that's going to slide south. So watch out, Kentucky and Tennessee. Here comes the cold air. You can see it arriving by Thursday. By Friday, boom, we're in that cold air mass. Temperatures pretty well in the 20s across all of Tennessee, some lower 30s, even some teens across Kentucky, some mid-20s on the plateau. So that's going to set up the atmospheric conditions and make them destabilize for the potential for snowfall. You know, like the sun usually heats up moisture and the air destabilizes. Well, just like colder air is going to come in and destabilize the atmosphere for snowfall. That's a good way of looking at it, right? Over the weekend, temperatures are going to stay pretty well where they're at, 20s and 30s, but we should be trying to get above freezing, as it does appear that we have a warm front that's developing, and soon it will make its way northward, and before you know it, we'll be in the 50s and once again lower 60s possibly toward the weekend time frame. Look at that 40 and 50 degree weather across East Tennessee, Chattanooga, and parts of the southeast, and we should continue to see that warm air stay close, keeping everything that falls as any winter precipitation to just all rain across Chattanooga. So maybe one shot of snow chance, and it's a good chance, and we may get that going on into Friday and Saturday time frame. We'll keep an eye on that for you, and we also may get some good snow as we go into tomorrow as well. We'll keep an eye on that for you also. Not really going to look at thunderstorm potential. Really, nothing is needed for thunderstorm activity to be looked at. We don't have any active weather concerning thunderstorms. What I would like to look at, though, is the temperatures for the nighttime minimum. That's going to be very important. Tonight, temperatures will be anywhere from the teens to mid-20s. Thursday, we got even more dangerous wind chills. I mean, look at these temperatures. We're talking anywhere from 5 degrees to at 0. Yes, that is a 0, and it's over the plateau, parts of the northern plateau, and just around on Nashville North. That's a 0. Down through Chattanooga here, we're looking at 10 to 15 degrees. So, yeah, that's extremely cold. You'll probably be seeing me put that in the forecast. Northern Georgia, northwest Georgia, northern Alabama, 10 to 15 degrees for you. 10 to 15 all the way anywhere from Tennessee to middle parts of Alabama. That's how cold it's going to be. That spill of cold air, that very dominant cold Arctic air is going to make its way south, and that's going to make for some dangerously cold conditions, especially at night. So I would advise that if you do decide to do any traveling, please take it easy, because the roads are going to be the roads could be still frozen. You really don't know. You really don't understand how dangerous that these roads and road conditions could be, especially when it comes to the power source. And you don't understand that whatever is still lingering around is not going to go away for a long period of time. Okay, I want to take a look at some other solutions. Here's the latest weather map that's setting up. There you see that cold front that I've told you about. The last system that moved through earlier this morning is now out to sea, some of it affecting Florida with thunderstorms. My good friend Justin Neal was showing me a radar shot of thunderstorms moving through Florida right now. So they're picking up some heavy soakers along with some gusty winds. As high pressure starts to exit its way out of the region, we have a cold front that's building off to the west and northwest over the Missouri Valley, the Boot Heel, and it's moving its way off to the southeast. So we'll watch that closely and see what happens, as it does appear that we're starting to see snow showers build along that front. The next system, if you want to see it, it's right around this area. It's getting its act together over the southwest. So that too is another storm system we'll be watching for the weekend time frame. Here's the latest map. As you can see here, this is for Wednesday's outlook. Heavy snow over West Virginia, snow all the way across Tennessee. Everybody's going to get a good shot of snow with this system. It looks like anywhere across all of Tennessee could see some snowfall at some point Wednesday and Wednesday night. So watch out for that, maybe even into Thursday morning. Now, as we move into Friday or Thursday, February the 19th, there you see once again snow from Chattanooga all the way on up into Tennessee. And anywhere outside of that, no precipitation is expected, but a pretty good little setup of heavy snow, possibly a nor'easter here going on into February the 19th on Thursday. So pretty significant storm system trying to make its way. There's that low we're talking about that may be setting up, starting to produce rain and snow here, with snow still along that boundary as we start seeing it set up for Friday. Now I want to go to my day 2 through 7 outlook for the front. Again, this is what I kind of had on the Tennessee, the Chattanooga Facebook page earlier. There you see that cold frontal system. It's pushing its way across the Ohio Valley, cutting like a knife through Kentucky, Arkansas, Oklahoma, back into the Midwest, joined along with another stronger cold, with another strong flow, but a weak cold front, and that's along the western plains, while high pressure is taking effect over Texas, and showers and thunderstorms are moving across Florida. That will be the continued pattern for tonight. That front we're telling you about, the cold front here, that's over the Ohio Valley, down straight through Tennessee, will be here on Wednesday morning. There you see it, Wednesday morning. The system should be reaching all of the Tennessee Valley, bringing a good shot of cold air, some snow showers. We're looking in between 1 to 2 inches of snow around the valley areas, maybe even 1 to 4 inches along the plateau, including the mountains. But I wouldn't be surprised to see a 1 to 3 inch snowfall rates, mostly northwest Georgia on up into parts of Tennessee. Thursday, still some snow is lingering around by Thursday morning over perhaps Johnson City. So my good friend Jason Campbell will still be looking at a few flakes falling there. As soon as that front lifts out, high pressure is back in control, but I don't expect to see the snow going anywhere at all, because like they always say, snow that sits on the ground for several days waits on another one. And before you know it, look at that. It's actually becoming true. Breezes will start picking back up to the west. We'll probably start seeing a few breezes increase across Tennessee, while there's another system that's setting up to bring in that winter weather system. Temperatures right now, it's 28 degrees in Chattanooga, 23 in Knoxville, 25 in northwest Knoxville, 19 degrees in Crossville, and currently 28 degrees in Chattanooga, 25 in Lebanon, 23 up there in Nashville, 27 over in the Jackson area, 28 degrees in Memphis, and on up into Weekly up there in Dyer, it's 28 degrees. Again, this is the latest model I want to show you. This model is showing pretty well likely snow across all of Tennessee. So that means by Wednesday morning into Wednesday night, yeah, we're definitely going to see snow plumb into Thursday morning. Then Friday, this is the next setup. We'll see some showers and thunderstorms increase, move through the region, while it does appear that another stormy, wintry scenario will be making its way across the Tennessee Valley afterwards. So some weird weather setting up all across our region. We'll keep an eye on that potential and see what happens there. By later in the weekend, we need to be watching this system closely because it's either going to be in the form of either rain, freezing rain, sleet, or even snow. So another mixed big system making its way back in across the area. Okay, here's the latest temperatures right now across the U.S. For those of you that are liking the U.S. temperatures, this is what's going on across the United Nations at this time. Right now we have temperatures, well, into the 20s and 30s across Tennessee. Some teens over Kentucky, while it does appear some teens and 30s all over the Ohio Valley. Back into the Midwest, while it does appear that we have some 40s and 60s over Texas, Arizona, back on up into the Western Plains. Going to go into models, satellite and radar pictures right now. There is some concern for this next system. As I've said, we're going to watch this closely over the next 36 hours. This is the 36-hour run I was telling you about. Again, snow for all of East Tennessee, including the valley. Looks like we got a new run. Some of the snow that's developing may be heavy. Wow, look at that. I can zoom on in there and show you that this system is not going to play around. Chattanooga is going to see this. Crossville will see this. Knoxville will see this. As we push the system further east, you'll see that it kind of gets through with Chattanooga and moves on up through Knoxville and the mountains. And by the time it's all said and done, I would say we'll see some pretty good impressive snowfall amounts hanging all around the southeast Tennessee into the northeastern Tennessee Valley. Now, according to these amounts, we could see fairly light to moderate amounts, anywhere from 1 to 4 inches could be possible across the central and eastern parts of the Tennessee Valley. I'm going to go ahead and go to my Weather Radar Lab HD program. This shows what's going on live with radar right now. And right now, as you can see, things are looking, that's not even Tennessee. Well, let me just exit out of that one and just go ahead and call it from there. I do have one delay that just came in here. Let me read this. Hamilton County Schools. If you're in Hamilton County Schools, you are on a 2-hour delay. Hamilton County School is on a 2-hour delay. Now, I'm guessing that's from the storm system that is pushing its way across. So once again, if you're in Hamilton County School, you're on a 2-hour delay, and that does include Hamilton County Schools, and that's an update as of 7:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Folks, have a good night. Keep updated with Chattanooga Weather Desk, and we'll keep you informed from here.